Mr. Kofi Bartels. And morning good to all our callers and listeners.
It's your voice that drives the conversation on the Morning Crossfire.
Weekdays, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Your opinions, your stories, your take on the hot topics shaping our city and nation. We want to hear from you.
The president is aware that we have a security problem here.
I don't know which area you stay in Lagos. There is no light again. No. These investors, I don't know hearing that there is no light in Nigeria.
Whether somebody loots or somebody will not loot, a lot of things will happen.
Why is Tinubu doing this to us?
Join Kofi Bartels for engaging debates, expert insights, and your voice at the heart of every discussion. Don't just listen, participate. Tune in and be part of the conversation. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, we're still here on the Morning Crossfire 99.3 Nigerian. For my name is Kofi Bartels. We expect to be joined virtually by the brother to the late Rotimi Sankore. I'm talking about Deji Dosumu. And we'll be looking at preserving the legacy of Rotimi Sankore. It's a year gone. Not exactly, but approximately a year gone. And I'm sure, everyone out there, listeners, the Nigerian for family, his family and friends and associates all miss the late and legendary Rotimi Sankore. Please call 0201-277-0993, 0201-277-0993. That's studio line. We also have 0201-465-7190. 0201-465-7190. That's our female line. Please call and have your say. Our WhatsApp number for WhatsApp messages only, I think for now we can take those, will be 08095 975805, 08095 975805. That's WhatsApp messages. We're streaming live on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM or search on Nigeria Space Info Space 99.3. We're streaming also on YouTube. Search for Nigeria Info FM, a verified account on YouTube. Please have your say there. On X, we have a post up. You can check for Nigeria Info FM on X. All right. While waiting for Mr. Deji Dosumu to join us, Rotimi Sankore was a voice, that didn't flinch. He didn't flinch at all. He wasn't weak. He didn't have any fright. Whether he was breaking down data on health policy, whether Rotimi was challenging the political recklessness or the status quo, or defending human rights, you listened and you learned all the time. You couldn't listen to Rotimi Sankore and come away passive. Never. He made you think even when it was uncomfortable. Sadly, Rotimi passed away on Friday, April 12th, 2024. It's 1 year, roughly. And today we ask, how do we preserve such a legacy of such a voice? How do we preserve the legacy of such a voice? How do you preserve the legacy of such a powerful figure in journalism in Nigeria? He's described as a multi-platform cross-content journalist who motivated young people. That's how we in Nigeria Info described him when he passed on our website, www.nigeriainfo.fm. And when Rotimi Sankore fell repeatedly ill in 2022, he assumed it was malaria, which is common in the country. He experienced joint pains, and the initial diagnosis from a general practitioner was arthritis. Treatment for the ailment did not make the pain go away, prompting the seasoned journalist and a health advocate to seek a second opinion. Now, this is what Rotimi said. Out of curiosity, I said, let's do all the tests and find out, as he told Nigeria Info in July 2023. Subsequent tests revealed he was battling prostate cancer, leading him to start a challenging course of chemotherapy. Sadly, Sankore died on Friday, 12th of April 2024, aged 55. Born in Lagos on the 5th of June 1968 and christened Rotimi Johnson, Sankore worked across continents in multiple media formats, leading groups promoting journalism, human rights, good governance, and gender equality. He was the executive director and editor-in-chief of the Africa Center for Development of Journalism. He was also the editorial board chair of the Nigeria Info Radio Group and the founding editor-in-chief of Africa Human and Social Development Information, which pioneered data and statistics for journalism and policy advocacy during the UN Millennium Development Goals era of 2000 to 2015. In the 1990s, Sankore was the pioneer editor of the Belgium-based International Federation of Journalists, IFJ website for African journalists. He worked with The Guardian UK, Global Index on Censorship. He worked with the Mail and Guardian South Africa, The New African Magazine, The Journalist in UK, The New African Woman. Rotimi Sankore lived and worked abroad for 20 years before returning to Nigeria. And in Nigeria, he worked with and contributed to the Guardian newspapers and the now defunct The News and Temple magazines. How about Nigeria Info FM? You all know that Sankore had his stint as a broadcast journalist right here in this studio, on this seat, hosting the Public Square on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM Lagos, which focused on democracy, development, governance, and public policy. He inspired several young people who joined the talk station of the nation at the turn of the newest decade. His tutorship extended to the staff of Nigeria Info's sister families or sister stations, Wazobia FM and Cool FM, which form part of the AIM group of 14 radio stations spread across the country. Young staff talk about how he would call and spend up to an hour on the phone sharing journalism insights and encouraging them many stories. That was Rotimi for you, even until his final months. His development advocacy includes consultancy, project lead work on partnerships with UNFPA, UNAIDS, the WHO, the Global Partnership for Maternal, Newborn and Child Health, the Africa Development Bank, the African Union Commission, and others. Rotimi also coordinated the African 15% Plus campaign on development and health financing, chaired by South African democracy and rights advocate Archbishop Desmond Tutu, who himself is a Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Rotimi Sankore is survived by his daughter, his mother, and his brother. His brother is meant to join us, Mr. Deji Dosumu, and once he joins us, we'll put him on the air. But we're asking you today, what do you remember most of Rotimi Sankore's voice? Maybe of the Morning Crossfire or on other programs on this station. Did he affect you in any way? Was he able to shift your perspective, challenge your assumptions, and did he inspire action in you? And if I were to ask you, what would you say made Rotimi's radio presence so compelling? And what do you think made people connect so deeply with him? 020-1277-0993 and 020-1465-7190. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good day.
Welcome. What do we have on the line, please?
I'm calling from Lekki.
Your name again?
Kile.
Kile. All right, welcome.
Yeah. I count myself lucky to be listening at the time I heard that this will be remembering me today, because I usually did not listen to the station at this time of the day. Now, I remember my first contact with Rotimi. That was in 2020. He was on the morning show about that time, and there's this expression I will never forget. He always talked about the statistization of the economy, how to make things affordable, how manufacturers had statistized everything down to alcohol. It sounded very funny to me, but it's stuck. I believe Sheriff will remember that expression, statistization of the economy. Sadly, I did not know when he passed. I only heard from a caller on the radio, and I felt so bad. Now, who is Rotimi to me? Rotimi is, I'm still using the present tense, he is my most respected voice on the radio. And thanks to podcast, I still listen and download Public Square episodes. I thank God that Nigerian folk took that initiative of storing Rotimi's voice. I believe until I earn my own wings, because I believe I don't say he has passed on. I say he has earned his wings. Until I earn mine, I'm still going to listen to Rotimi. I can't thank Nigerian for enough for that initiative. I set an alarm every Friday by 4 p.m. When I set the alarm for Thursday, so I can remember to download, and I think I've almost exhausted it, and now I have to go back again to the very first episode. Rotimi forever lives on. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you calling in. Please keep your calls coming through. 99.3. Good morning. Hello. Please turn your radio off.
Good morning.
Welcome. Can you please turn your radio set off?
I'm away from that radio.
All right, 020-1277-0993. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hi, good morning. Who do we have, please?
Good morning, Mr. Kofi.
Welcome.
This is Manuel from Nigeria.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. This Rotimi Sankore's issue, the topic we do this morning, it's quite unfortunate. I was listening to you, and the age is, I thought, I think almost 70 people. I know it's only 55. It's quite unfortunate. There was a program on Friday. Sankore always, on Friday show, from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. I enjoyed the program, but now when I had the news last day that the man passed on, I was so that I told my wife I cannot go to work again. Because I like the man so much. Let me confirm, and let me tell you that one. Confirm to you. So it's quite unfortunate because the program, the man is vibrant, very intelligent. If you listen to the program of Rotimi Sankore, I don't pick something, then you are not a human being.
All right.
So honestly, it's an icon, it's a legend. I'm a gentle to rest in peace, and also pray for the families to bear the very big loss.
Yes.
Thank you for God to give them the fortitude to bear the loss.
Thank you.
And Nigeria entirely.
Thank you very much. I have Joy in Lagos on the line. Joy, good morning to you.
Hello, Kofi, can I speak on this?
You called earlier, but since
yes,
it's
can I speak on this?
Take it easy now. Take it easy. Why are you shouting at me?
Okay, my brother.
Calm down. You know the rule.
Thank you.
You know the rule, Joy.
I know now. It's because of this. Because of what?
Sorry, I have to let you go, okay? Yeah, so many others who want to speak. Send a message. Send a message to us online, please.
Morning, my brother.
Sorry about that. The network was not too good. I think it's I don't know if it's from your end or our end. So please call back, all right? If you called earlier today on my belt, allow others to talk. You can send a message on WhatsApp, Facebook comment, YouTube comment, and if I see it, I'll read it. Even a voice note you can send on WhatsApp, voice note. Yeah? 99.3, good morning. Yeah.
My name is John from Ikeja.
John?
From Ikeja.
Oh, welcome.
Rotimi Sankore, I listened to him on your studio. He's not a newspaper journalist. Rotimi, we speak with statistics. Whenever he speaks, he always speak with evidence, facts. It's not the type of journalist that we have today, that we read newspaper and be talking. I miss him. Thank you.
All right, John, thank you very much. I thought you said Robert. Sorry about that. We have a caller on the female line, 99.3. Good morning. Hello? 99.3. Good morning.
Good morning, Kofi Bartels.
Welcome. Who do we have on the line, please?
This is Pastor Ladipo.
Welcome.
Calling from Orile in Sarigomo. You see, Rotimi Sankore is not just a journalist that speculates. He has his facts and figures. The man gives accurate statistics. As a matter of fact, I was thinking that to remember him, maybe Nigeria Info should be playing some sound bites for some of the programs he has done, especially the ones that have to do.
We'll do that. We'll do that after the break.
Oh, thank you. Because I believe his voice continues to echo in our ears. The truth is this: it will be difficult to find some journalists presently now who will not be biased, who cannot even be bought over, who will say it the way it is, like Rotimi Sankore. The man has left behind a very big legacy that it will be difficult to fill. Up to now, I'm still missing and feeling him.
So how can, sorry to butt him, but what do you think is the best way, to preserve his legacy?
And part of it is playing the soundbite. Secondly, I think what should be done, we can open something like a center, a Rotimi Sankore Information Center, where young journalists can be teach how to be bold, how to be factual, because that is what Rotimi Sankore stands for.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate your time. That's the question we've been asking since we started, and I will really appreciate it if you call in, you can comment on that. So that's our focus. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Oh, sorry, calling the female line. I assume you're a male. 99.3. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, who do we have?
Good morning. My name is Inena.
Inena, what's the best way you think we can preserve his legacy?
Well, the living can, I think it may be because of ill health, he couldn't get all his thoughts in a book form, online, physical. And then I don't know how we will be able to be playing it in our Senate and houses of assemblies, both state and federal. You understand? Mm-hmm. They need to hear it. Maybe some of them, they don't even listen, to the media, in local ones, And then we should be able to probably be teaching them in schools. And like the last caller said, Pastor Ladipo, he was, I listen to him in the evenings when I'm going home with facts and figures. You understand? it makes you want to listen. Gives you that authenticity that this person knows what he's doing. He carries you along.
Madam, I'm sorry. We have to leave it at that because of the commercial break. But thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
How do we make our cooking come alive? Oh, Pepetera. For that tasty meal where you like, oh, Pepetera. I mean, you want cook food to impress, so Pepetera.
Whether it's jollof or na stew, even for porridge or spaghetti, cook to impress with Pepetera.
Ida of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Sure you dey whine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby? Jerry, now you they talk like this. Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I no know.
Guy, hfm.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said hfm.com.
Which one is hfm.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said hfm.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
There is something about good news. You can't keep it to yourself.
Guys, it has finally happened.
There is something about joy. You can't keep it to yourself. And there is something about the rich taste of Lipton. You can't keep it to yourself.
When you get something you enjoy, you share. Lipton Yellow Label. Tea so good, you want to share.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your child's development and growth today and tomorrow. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
What can your bank do for you? Meet Jane, 25 years old. She's been having troubles acquiring a loan from her bank.
This is not okay at all. I've been on this queue forever, and you're saying I should fill another form. What's going on?
What can your bank do for you? Meet Frank, 27 years old, held up in traffic and making fruitless transactions.
Mama, I have saved the airtime, even the electricity charges. I don't know why it's so difficult making this payment.
Introducing Safri, a lifestyle digital bank that's designed just for you. With one click, you can make easy and fast payment transactions, pay bills, and even acquire easy loans. Hurry and download the Safri app on your Play Store. Visit safrisafri.com for more information. Safri, borderless banking.
As we gather to celebrate his resurrection,
as we share in his grace,
as families come together,
Spar brings you the joy of Easter with amazing offers on everything you need for your celebration.
This Easter, Spar Market is bringing hearts together with amazing offers. Enjoy up to 50% off on special Easter items, from ingredients to thoughtful gifts for loved ones. Available from 11th to 30th April 2025 at Spar Market stores nationwide. Spar Market, there for you.
It's SCL Finance's 10th anniversary, and you're invited to invest smarter. Earn 27% in 270 days or 25.5% in 180 days. Your funds power short-term high-yield loans, generating steady secured returns. Whether you're a first-time investor or a seasoned pro, now's the time to grow your money with confidence. Start with just 100,000 Naira and top up with 10K multiples. Guaranteed returns, flexible payout options, promotions. Offer ends 15 May 2025. Location Okpebi Ikeja, Lekki Phase 1, Lugbe, Abuja. For more info, call or WhatsApp +234 809 097 3899. Again, for more info, call or WhatsApp +234 809 097 3899. One more time just in case. Call or WhatsApp +234 809 097 3899 or email investment@sclfinance.ng or visit www.sclfinance.ng. Make your money work for real.
We all prepare for a new day. We prepare for interviews, work presentations, even our finances. But how many of us have prepared for the future, for our loved ones and businesses to thrive? It's time to reach out to Meristem Trustees Limited. They'll help you write your will, set up an education trust, or establish a living trust. At Meristem, we help you entrust what you value to those you love. Visit trustees.meristemng.com or call 0702 564 0071 today.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, welcome back. We were meant to have been joined by a brother to the late Rotimi Sankore, Deji Dosumu, who unfortunately is not able to join us. I don't know why, but I promise we'll get to speak with him to find out why. But I would like to believe I believe it's due to circumstances beyond his control. I did promise you that we'll put some of the recorded episodes of Public Square on the air. And yes, we plan to do that by after the break, so we definitely will do that. But please, your thoughts are welcome. Basically, we're looking at preserving the legacy of the late Rotimi Sankore. Preserving the legacy. What do we need to do? What can be done to preserve his legacy? What do you think is about the best way to do that? All right, 0201 277 0993 0201 277 0993. We also have 0201 465 7190 0201 465 7190. And WhatsApp number is 08095 975805 08095 975805. I want to bring you his appearance on an episode of the Morning Crossfire about 5 years ago, where he talked about kidnapping and terrorism. Since we're looking at terrorism, and in today's papers, the National Assembly is taking on telcos. Telcos are replying because of kidnapping. The Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit is putting out some statistics and giving some numbers of hundreds of persons kidnapped. I think let me just go to the Vanguard, today's Vanguard. It's somewhere on page page 8. Nigeria recorded over 735 mass abductions since 2019. That's a report by the NFI, Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit. And they're also pointing at the betting companies and fintechs and all that for helping the kidnappers move money, or being platforms enabling them move money. So this was Rotimi Sankore joining a fully bearded Sheriff Corey. I don't know where the beard has gone to. It's still there, but it's not as full as and of course Werimo, who was his partner at the time, Adewuni. So we'll listen to the program, and of course, let's see what Rotimi had to say about this. It's a really painful loss, I think, more especially to the family. And I know that Rotimi's brother would have loved to have joined us today, but really, probably some circumstances not allowing him to. We totally understand. You're going to hear a lot of facts and figures. All right, so let's get to that.
Barry Monday, very good.
Sorry about that, please. Okay, great. So we're heading to. Give me a second, please. Get it right. All right, here we go.
Whereas, and this is a global problem. Anywhere there are high levels of feudalism, which was not transformed, this is just basically what happens. Government officials just basically just whack the money straight away. The less feudalism there is somewhere, the more accountability there is.
Because the people can speak and ask questions.
Yes, and there is less corruption. So I just wanted to get that out of the way so that people don't get, into this, sort of almost hate speech kind of thing where the not,
Right.
Is feudalism not a geographical problem, not a genetic problem, not a religious problem, and it is global. Anywhere there is feudalism to that extent, this is just basically what happens. Having said that, so directly to your question, so the authority of any government essentially flows from its ability to fulfill its social contracts, to enable or provide education, job skills, employment, housing, healthcare, water, food security, and all those things. That's where the authority of government comes from, not from soldiers, police, army, navy, or anything. The extent to which any government fails to fulfill that social contract, whether at the federal, state, or local government level, determines the extent of insecurity, conflict, extremism, banditry. It's like a mathematical formula.
Yeah, you can work it out.
Yes. So, across the country, the places where the social contract has failed the most, that is where you have the highest extremism and banditry. Now, in places like Lagos, Southwest, South, Southeast, and so forth, this same social law more or less follows. Where that social contract has failed, so you will find that it exists in pockets. So, you remember this problem of the Badu boys, for instance?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so when it was
and there
happening,
was news about a week ago that there are incidences of such again around Ogun.
Yeah. So now, or if you look at those gaps between Lagos and Ogun states, where there is almost complete failure of governance, people just live in villages there, more or less. No lights, no water, no amenities. You don't know which state is responsible for them there. Anywhere you find this kind of problems, there is more likelihood of this kind of insecurity. So essentially, that problem of Badu boys, if you pull the Lagos state data, I can bet you any amount, you will find that places like Ikorodu have the highest youth employment, highest number of young
youth
men.
Unemployment.
Yes, youth employment, highest number of young men that have not had access to education or job skills training. It's so easy to see, So, anytime people want to deal with this kind of matter and say, oh, you just need to send in more police or more soldiers, it may be necessary to calm the situation, but you can't hold it down permanently like that. Normally, from the time you hold down the security situation, there is a short window, depending on how large that ungoverned space is, depending on population density, depending on the actual population, depending on birth rates, depending on how low the education base is. There is a short window of maybe 2 to 8, 9 years within which, with rapid investment, you can fix the problem and then move on.
So why is it not being fixed?
So that is the problem. This assumption that all you need to do is just throw in more policemen, more soldiers, more air force, more navy, and you crush, I keep saying, and I'll repeat till the end of the world, there is nowhere on this planet where any police or army has defeated poverty.
You talked about feudalism,
underdevelopment. It's never going to happen in Nigeria.
There isn't such a strong. In some places, you might still find that feudal system, but largely down south, people can speak more, like you mentioned. Yes. Yet, though people can speak more, we still have bad governance. So question is, people can speak more, because there isn't that feudal system, but they are not speaking. So what's holding them from speaking?
So feudalism makes it worse. Feudalism is not the only reason why there is poor governance. So typically in a country like Nigeria, if you look at the time when Babangida was doing his transition program, what happened was that he put in place, in quote, a security process to screen out, in effect, the most competent people. I remember, a lot of us looked at the thing and we just kept shaking our head that really Babangida had set up the security apparatus, because he set up PDP, the SDP, the SDP and the NRC, and then decreed more or less that the security apparatus was going to screen the candidates to ensure that candidates that emerged were not people that were going to work against his interest.
Interesting.
Now, when you have that kind of scenario, what you've done right from the beginning is that you've set the basis for incompetence straight away, because it is either the people that you approve are completely incompetent, or they know what is right, but they are not going to do it because they don't want to offend you, and they've been part of the system.
But some other money.
From that kind of base till now, that is why you find that largely, the majority of politicians that have accumulated wealth, power, position are either ex-military, or from the military regime.
Right.
They are friends, they are parties, or people that share
the same ideology.
The same idea. There is really no ideology.
But some other money.
Wow. Straight away you see Rotimi's grasp of data, which is quite rare. You see Rotimi's grasp of data. He was rare, and it is really sad to speak of him in the past tense. I'll take your messages and even calls on WhatsApp. I think I can see a WhatsApp call. Is this anyway, WhatsApp number is 08095975805. You can call on WhatsApp. Skype has been up. If you're listening in the diaspora, if you don't want to use WhatsApp, you can use Skype. It's expiring very soon, so maybe you should get on the WhatsApp train. We have a WhatsApp call. I'm so happy. Hello, good morning. Yeah, who do we have, please?
Morning. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you. Your name, location, and contribution.
Yeah, I sent you a message to confirm your name as Kofi.
All right, please let's. I don't know, man. Well, not everybody gets it. Sorry about that. Please, this is not the time. If it's a personal message, I can, reply in the chat. All right, I apologize. Okay. 99.3. Good morning. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes.
Kofi Bartels. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Please, the radio making a noise at the background is what we always ask people to turn off.
Yes, Kofi Bartels, good morning.
Thank you.
Yes,
Morning.
I appreciate what you're doing.
Yes, sir. Your name, please. Your name, sir.
Sankore.
Your name, sir.
My name is A.B. Ekubi.
Okay.
From Magbon.
Oh, welcome, Mr. Ekubi. Welcome.
A.B. Ekubi.
Welcome.
Rotimi Sankore. When you played that sound track or something, bite, he brought his voice life again. That voice echoes in the minds of people who have listened to him. And I think, without talking much, some musical masteries would have been forgotten if they are not put in audio form. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
I feel that to preserve Rotimi's works, so much he has done, should be in audio form. Some of us can play it in CDs, his lectures. In fact, what he says on radio is like lecture. If you have a pen, each time he's talking, you can write it down. He was, in fact, some of us thought he was a professor in the university. He gives you facts, he gives you the stories behind, he gives you the background. So I think one of the ways you can preserve his works should be in audio form.
All right.
Or in a audio. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. We thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir, for your time and your country. It is a very good contribution, a very good suggestion. We have like one of our listeners did confirm, his audio podcast available on our website and podcast platforms. They're all there. And we'll do more. We'll do more. That's a very good idea.
Yes, please.
Preserve his presentations in audio
form.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's good. This is what we want. How do we preserve his legacy? And that's the suggestions we want to hear from you. I appreciate your call, sir. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you. 99.3. Good morning.
Good morning, Kofi.
Welcome. Your name, please.
I am B.A. Akimbo.
Welcome, Mr. Akimbo.
Thank you very much. Honestly, I have always referred to Rotimi Sankore as data encyclopedia. In fact, if the Nigerian government have been listening to this station and have been, taking the advice of Rotimi, the issue of insecurity would have been a thing of the past. He will always tell us that you cannot fight insecurity with the barrels of guns. It will come with statistics of out-of-school children in the north particularly running into millions and telling us that these are ready-made vessels for insecurity, that they should make efforts to get them back to school. Otherwise, what we are witnessing today in terms of insecurity will be a child's play. And that everything is pointing to that. So it's unfortunate that we have a government that will not do the needful. If you will say anything negative now about the government, the next thing on your station, they will come for you. But when you say positive things, they are hearing, but they won't listen. That's the unfortunate thing. My just prayer is that God will uphold his family, his children, and every member of his family. Thank you and have a lovely day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kimber. Appreciate the time. I'll look out for your messages online as well. This was Rotimi analyzing the front pages on Nigerian 4FM on the 2nd of December. Is it 2nd December or 12th April? I think it should be 2019 on the Morning Crossfire.
Demonstrates that they are open to critical thinking. All that.
Point two.
Morning. I think it's really crucial that anyone working in the executive demonstrates that they are open to critical thinking. You know, this idea that if anybody says something may happen, you know, I mean, it is like if you go to the motor park, you see the driver looking very nonchalant
right
before the journey commences, and you just ask, please, shall you get spare tire? Shall you get jack? Shall you get water in case the engine overheats? Shall you get and the person turns around to you and says, "Now your motor, now your motor go break down for express." So, I mean, the former CDS is saying that if the restructuring is not done in a peaceful way, that it is not impossible that it may happen in a way that is not peaceful. He is not saying that he's the one going to, make it violent. And there are so many variations of this kind of thinking. I mean, I think one of the most famous quotes is that those that make peaceful change impossible make violent change inevitable. I mean, Google is your friend.
Right.
I mean, if you check, you will see it. I mean, people have used it so many times. People have their own versions of it, and there are, several quotes like that suggest the same thing. It doesn't mean that anybody is saying it has to happen violently.
Right.
Anybody in the executive, especially the spokespeople, and really it's a bit disappointing. Garba is a senior colleague. He used to be president of the Guild of Editors. I mean, you will expect him, to be, more accepting of critical thinking, of diverse views. Right. He doesn't have to attack everybody that says something that they don't like.
Is it in the name of being experienced? Oh man, and where's Garba Show today? Well, I think he's gone back to his activities. So Rotimi Sankore made us think. He made us think. But like you also just heard, Rotimi Sankore made us laugh. He made us laugh. He had a good sense of humor. And I couldn't help but also laugh here in the studio. It was as if he was talking to me. I couldn't help but laugh in the studio. I think I would, if I had known him personally, I would have really liked him. I can tell. We'll take a last call before we go. 99.3. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning, Kofi Bartels.
Yeah. What's your name, please?
Okay, you have Simon on the line.
Oh, did you mustard? Did you chuckle? Did you laugh when he cracked that joke of the bus driver?
Oh man! oh man! No, you see, I'm just being what gladdens my heart is that it actually changed the trajectory of my thinking in the world of statistics. Being a product of that department and course of study, I think it changed my trajectory. And more importantly, he actually attracted me to this particular station called Nigerian Info, because I stumbled on it way back around 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. or thereby with our Hobo. And since then, I got fixed to this station since that time, about 5 years ago or 6 years ago, because of Rotimi Sankore. And it's the only first person that I've ever known, putting data, as if it's actually depicting the reality of life. And you see, that's what we are missing. When you have a data analysis, it has nothing to do whether you are literate or illiterate, right? Because you could see things yourself. Figure alone as capture factual elements. That is what Mr. Rotimi Sankore stood for. His role continue to rest in peace.
Amen.
Please create a symposium or create a department for him there as a legacy, so that be the IT students or some of us can come there and just come and refresh.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you very much. A creative symposium. That's a very good suggestion. Very good suggestion indeed.
We are going.
All right, on X, Esther Boli says, if only the legendary Enigma, Rotimi Sankore, were alive, I would have referred to his unbiased, undiluted, calculated perspective input on the issues befalling this nation. The only way I feel his legacy can be preserved for generations is to infuse most of his enlightened ideas into all you do. Joy Forever says, what a loss. What a loss. We need to collect his work in a museum and named after him. Yearly, we must hold a lecture to remember him. He fought cancer to the end, an encyclopedia and humorous. God be with his soul. Condolences to Nigeria Info. Thank you very much. And Osasu says, peace. Thank you all. We'll keep it up. Your suggestions, I'm sure, will be taken to management and to all those concerned. See what we can do, to preserve his legacy, but it must be preserved. Thank you very much for your time. My name is Kofi Bartels. The News at 9 is up next, and Sheriff Corey brings you Daily Digest. I return tomorrow 9 a.m. Have a great day. Good morning. And of course, congratulations to the winner of the One Play Lottery. Your number ends with 9.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.